Emmerdale star Lawrence Robb has revealed all on Mackenzie Boyd's downfall at the hands of John Sugden, with the character framed after a dangerous event on the ITV soap. One character faces a devastating downfall on Emmerdale, but it isn't villain John Sugden. Instead, John manages to frame Mackenzie Boyd for a dark crime that could lead to a tragic death. One young character is feared to be dying in a death twist in the coming weeks after an incident involving the enemies that backfires massively. It seems the upcoming slurry spill on Moira Dingle's farm, which contaminates the village water supply, is orchestrated by John himself in a bid to destroy Mack for once and for all. Going back on his plan to kill him, he instead sets him up in such a fashion that some of the villagers turn against him. Spoilers had recently revealed that a spill at the farm would leave lives in the danger, with Victoria Sugden's young son Harry rushed to hospital. Next week, new spoilers have revealed Harry remains in a bad way in hospital, with both John and Mack fearful he will die. Of course John is hiding his own guilt about the fact he's the reason his nephew is in a bad way. But he keeps up pretenses and even offers a shoulder to cry on for Mack, watching his downfall play out. Victoria refuses to speak with Mack and asks him to leave the hospital when he visits to check on Harry. It leads to Mack confiding in his enemy it seems, and Mack actor Lawrence Robb has told the Mirror it could be enough to pull the wool over Mack's eyes, meaning he could let go his suspicions of secret killer John. As well as that, Mack is slammed by those all around him including his sister Moira, who is furious as she faces financial ruin. As the realization of what Mack thinks he's caused gets too much, he breaks down after being ostracized. But when he decides to pull out as being Aaron Dingle's best man at his wedding to John, John is forced to act to fix what he's done. Not only that, but the guilt of his actions becomes overwhelming, but will it be enough to see him confess to what he did? Lawrence teased of the fallout where Mack is concerned. He thinks he's screwed the whole family business and his sister's going to lose her farm. He also thinks he could have nearly killed Harry, so Mack is absolutely beside himself. There's a scene where he goes to visit Harry in the hospital and Victoria turns him away. John is obviously dealing with his guilt because he knows that he's done it, but Mack thinks that he's done it and he's sitting outside saying, "Is he going to die?" John's like, "No, no." There's a moment where they're kind of connecting. They both think they've killed Harry but not saying that. On the moment that could see Mack let go of his issues with killer John, Lawrence told us, Moira's furious with him. Mack loves Moira, so that's pretty huge. He was so focused on beating John at paintballing that he was distracted. He's done it a million times, fixing the fuel pump, but he thinks he was distracted by wanting to win at paintballing. I guess Mackenzie allows the wool to be pulled over his eyes a little bit. John is thrilled that it's the downfall of Mackenzie and he's framing it in a way that he's helping Mackenzie, because that's what John does. But obviously Mackenzie is not privy to any of that.